All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone. We're here to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakudash.
double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow Akim who live in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth that be like to the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, just get right into it.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep.
Right, why is it high time to wake out of sleep? And how do we know? See, the hopeful elect of men and women, hey, guess what? We understand the times around, all right? Because what? We're paying attention, we're on our watch, all right? We're measuring the times by the scriptures, using that measuring stick with the prophecies, all right, to see where we're at, man. We know we're not in the time of peace and prosperity and safety, but nah, man, of sudden destruction that's getting ready to come upon this place, all right? Because what? All the evil and wicked works are being fulfilled here. And guess what? They're about to reach their end, man.
Yep.
All right. So, can you read that again?
Yep. Romans 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that it is now a high time to awake out of sleep.
Right. And then waking out of sleep is what? That spiritually sleep. All right?
Mhm.
Because what? It's, can you get Proverbs 21:16? Just get that.
Proverbs 21 and 16. Okay, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 16. And it reads, "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead."
Right. So, just like being asleep, it's all about you like in a dead state as well. All right? Because you're lacking the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You're not knowing what's going on. You're not paying attention. All right, so that's why you have to seek the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the Lord, man. All right, to be in the know, to wake out of sleep. All right, see what's going on. All right, because a lot of people right now they're in a state of confusion right now because look, they're looking around, they know something's up, right? But they just can't put their finger on it. All right, they know the holidays just ain't what they used to be. All right, everything's getting doubling and tripling in prices.
Yep.
So these people, that's why the Lord said, hey, it's high time to wake out of sleep. Because what? Go ahead.
Yeah, be ready. Remember, Proverbs verse 16 and now verse 17.
No, that's it on that side.
That's it?
Yeah.
Can you read that one more time?
Proverbs 21 and 16. "The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead."
Okay, time. All right, quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, it's the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 59 and 60. It says, "And he said unto the other, Follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go bury my father. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, Let the dead bury the dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High."
Yep.
Yep. So just to show you that, he, like we said, talking about being spiritually asleep, it's also being, spiritually dead. Yahweh Shai made reference to say, hey, they're the congregation of the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. Dead bodies can't bury dead bodies. So we know that he's talking spiritually.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Like you talked about the parable of the 10 virgins.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready.
Yep.
Romans 13 and 11. "And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe."
See, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. All right. So here it is, us at the hopeful elect. We're hastening the times come. We're seeing like, oh man, this could be it, right?
Precept.
In that spirit of, hey, this could be the year.
Huh.
But the Lord getting ready to far exceed that, because the time we think is over, the Lord he's speeding it up even further.
Precept.
That's why now look, you do one or two tasks in a day. Guess what? It's time for bed.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
And the Lord is doing that what for the elect's sake. Right?
Mhm.
Y'all go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, beginning at verse 11. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?"
Right. So how should you be conducting yourself now that you see the signs of the times, right? Now that you're waking up out of that sleep. All right. So what do you do now? All right. Well, prepare yourself, man. Hey. Start following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, all right? And then you gotta have the name. That's the foundation. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Yahweh means that he is or he exists. Bashem means in the name. And Yahweh Shai, which means he says or he delivers, who the world even calls Jesus, right? All right, you gotta understand that.
Okay. Verse 12. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, wherein
And that's the spirit we ought to be in, right?
Yep.
When the hastening is coming. All right, we're not in the, well, maybe the Lord can just give me another 5 years so I get my rap career off. Or maybe I can get this remodel done. No, man, we're looking to get up out of here.
Yep.
Now, if you do little things in between time that's lawful, whatever, and you want to work on your house, I'm not saying you're wicked for doing stuff like that. What I'm saying is the foremost part of your thoughts and mind should be to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and how to serve him. All right? And serve him correctly. Not lean unto your own understanding, but by the ways the scripture tells you to do. Go ahead.
It says, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved.
Oh, could you read the verse again?
Okay. 11?
Oh, read 12 slide.
Okay, yeah, verse 12. I'll start verse 12. It says, looking for and hastening to the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right, see the heavens being dissolved, right? Because this rulership is going to be taken down and tore up, all right? All the ways, the philosophies, the ways, the way Esau even ran this kingdom and his wickedness, all that's going to be out of here, man. It ain't going to be, especially when the kingdom of heaven is going to be reestablished, man. You all right? And there ain't going to be none of that wickedness anymore, man. All right? And guess what? The law says commandments of Yahweh Shemashah, that's going to be the law of the world, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens
And
and
who's
new
the we according to the promise? Hey, the elect of the nation of Israel.
Okay.
And then ultimately what? The nation of Israel, because that's the elect nation that the Lord chose, the apple of his eye, right?
God.
That's why it says all Israel shall be saved.
God.
You know? Then it's all right, so that's why and we're his people, man. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. And then also you got Israelite foreigners that look like the other nations, but go back to what? Jacob. Go ahead.
That promise, is from Abraham to Isaac and to Jacob. It says that in the end of Baruch.
I was about to pull that. Yeah.
2:35.
Come on, we'll get there real quick.
And then in Genesis 35, 9 through 12.
All right. Yep. This is Baruch chapter 2 and verse 35. It reads, and I will make, I'll start 34. It says, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
God, and that's a straight cut to, those small headers in the land right now.
Yep.
And also a straight cut to that doctrine that, everybody can be saved.
Yep.
It strictly goes from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob. And with Jacob, who was also Israel. All right. Finish off that 2 Peter 3. Back in 2 Peter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Yep, and that's what we're looking for. All right, we're looking for that new heaven, new earth. All right, new Jerusalem, man. All right, then the new bodies. The new. Can anybody get Jeremiah 31?
31,
New
31?
covenant? Yeah, 31, 31. Yep.
Yep.
All right, that's what we're looking for. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while they're doing that, it goes back to what you said. They're gonna be according to our laws and statutes.
Yep.
Commandments,
Yep. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband.
We broke the whole covenant. All right, we broke the contract with the Lord because we said we were going to do all that was written there, and we didn't do it. Right. So that's why we're in the predicament that we are now. Now we got all these curses upon us. Deuteronomy 28, 15 on down to 68. All right, because we disobeyed the Lord, man. But he knew we were rebellious children, right? So, this is all, we had to play this out. And then ultimately, he's like, well, this time when I do this new covenant, right? Because we're in between the old and the new, right? We're in that period of grace where we're coming back to the Lord and understanding His name, and that we're the children of Israel, that we're actually the people, you know. And we know we're not going to be perfect on this side. That's why we have grace. That's why Yahweh Shai died for our sins, right? So we know the law can't save us, but you have to what? Judges 5:11 talks about rehearsing the righteous acts, all right? You know, and faith without works is what? Dead. So we have to give it an attempt, right? We have to try, right? Go
Let me
ahead.
get a quick precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? Most High forbid. We establish the
We
law.
establish it, see? All right, so we're pushing forward because the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, what? They're righteous, all right? They lead to life and not death, all right?
Yep.
But us being in these chains of darkness, all right, this wicked flesh, all right, we do things outside of it because these bodies they're a curse unto us, man. All right, that's why we need the Lord to download in our inward parts so that we can be perfect, all right. And then us of the hopeful love, we want to be perfect, man. We don't want to be going off and shit. It's like Apostle Paul talking about, man, hey, the things that I do, I don't want to,
Romans 7.
Romans 7, yeah. You know, because this flesh is wicked, man.
We'll finish this off.
Uh-huh.
Let's say, although Jeremiah 31 verse toward the end of 32 says, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Lord.
Yep.
But this
Right, just like Isaiah the first chapter, he said, though I nourished up children, but they rebelled against me.
Yep.
All right, because we were the most high people, and he looked out for us, even when we were going off, man. You know, he's punishing us. But this time, he gave us the long punishment, man. This is hey, you grounded for the summer punishment, you know, where you can't do nothing. You're just gonna sit at the four corners of walls. You ain't gonna, you're gonna have to just deal with this. All right, we messed up as a people. And the Lord judges his nations, you know. For Esau, Edom, so-called white man. Well, that was my grandfather and all that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you are them people.
I
Yes,
got
I'm
that,
gonna go ahead.
I got that precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 34, verse 29. And it reads, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? When he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only.
See? Exactly. All right, so he judges individuals and whole nations. Why do you think all the children of Israel were just crazily wicked? No. Hey, that's what it says. Sometimes it says, in the world they say, one apple, bad apple kills the bunch. Low.
Precept.
Bad bread, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to put one more?
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 17:4. It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. You see, in the Lord, he was talking to Jeremiah. You see, and Jeremiah was doing the will of the Lord. But the Lord told him that even himself, Jeremiah was still going to go into captivity and discontinue from his heritage, man. So he's going to show you and further build upon a point that the Lord, he judges nations.
Right.
And Jeremiah, he had a hefty portion according to the scriptures. He's the only one who knows what the Ark of the Covenant is. Okay, so if he took away, took it from him, one of his, top servants, how much more, of those? The people who didn't have that lot shouldn't even be complaining, but just follow his stead,
Well, just to further the point, what did he tell him in the beginning? Before I knew thee, and I ordained you and certified you, a prophet.
To be a prophet was to the nation. Jeremiah 1:5.
So he was already told by the Lord that, look, you one of mine, my chosen. Pretty much. I've given you a gift, which actually goes with Brother Nathan. I'm giving you a gift to be a prophet unto the nations. But yet you, in 17, later on, will discontinue from the heritage in which I've given you.
You, my chosen.
He did the same thing to Esdras. Told Esdras he was good. Then Esdras got to chapter 2 Esdras 16. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Right.
Yeah.
That's how, man.
Yep. Jeremiah 31 verse 33. It says, But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel and with
the house of all the nations?
With the house of Israel.
The house of Israel.
After those days, saith the Lord.
What days? The end times, man. All right. When all this is going to be destroyed and redone, that's a new Jerusalem, all that. Go ahead.
I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people.
Continue.
And then, and they.
So yeah, so we're, like I said, it's gonna be written in our hearts or in our minds. All right, so we're not gonna go off. All right, the Lord gonna download, give us that download, just like Neo in the Matrix.
Yep.
You know, will be perfect. Go ahead.
And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying,
Right. So, yeah, know the Lord, right?
Know the Lord.
Yeah. See, so and that's a cut. Obviously, once again, to you, we're in the new covenant right now. But why y'all still teaching who's Yahweh Shemar Shai? Why are we still teaching our people who they are? Well, why are our people still in Islam and Buddhism and all these other crazy philosophies? Man? You know, because we haven't entered it yet. All right, it hasn't happened yet. This is future prophecy.
It says, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more.
There you go. See, we're gonna be made afresh. Hey, the whole house of Israel, all right, will be and all in our right mind. So the 2/3 are gonna be destroyed on this side here in America via thermonuclear destruction and all the plagues and laser beams and the chariots. All right, hey, they're gonna come back, man. They're born through the loins of the elect.
Can we double down?
Yep, go ahead.
Verse 35, thus said Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel shall cease from being a nation before me forever.
Yep, you like to bring that up, boss?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and we know, you know, that Bill Gates is trying to block out the sun.
Yep.
Okay, one of the ordinances. We know back in 1959. See, they'll put 1969 in your face, but in 1959 they tried to send a nuke to the moon to blow it up. And this was a NASA project A119. Look it up for yourself. All right, they tried to block it out. But if I may give this precept that they won't be able to do that. This is the letter.
And that's how wicked Esau. Like, why would you go and blow up the damn moon? Like, why is that in your thoughts? Because they're wicked, man.
To get rid of Israel.
To get rid of Israel.
To show you that that's not going to happen, this is the letter of Jeremiah 1 verse 60. And it's clear. For the sun, moon, and stars being bright and sent to them their offices are obedient. Point blank period. You know, there's nothing you can do to those. And, you know, just like most recently, you know, we know you never went to the moon because Elon Musk, you got this technology 50, almost 60 years beyond 1969. And what happened? You know, they got to the top and it blew up.
Quick precept. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And see, so simply put, man, Esau, man, he ain't gonna be able to blow up the moon. He ain't gonna be able to do away with the sun. Okay, and like you just mentioned with Elon Musk, he ain't gonna be able to do none of those things, man. Because the Lord are the bounds that the Lord has set up for Esau, even so-called white men. Esau can't go that far, man.
Yep. He told us in Genesis, those ordinances are for his people.
Yep.
And like he said, in that he will cast off the seed of Israel. Romans 11 say he has not cast away his people.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. No, it's fine.
Also,
I think it was another
Back to
one.
Romans. You want one?
In Jeremiah.
What do you
So
need?
something else he
One more
yeah,
verse.
the next one. Yeah.
Oh, which actually is what I was pulling up too. Verse 37. It says, thus said the Lord, Yahweh. He says, if heaven above can be measured and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast all the seed of Israel from all for all that they have done, said the Lord.
Okay, well, we know he didn't make it to the moon. Buzz Aldridge already said that several times on camera. Okay, as a matter of fact, those guys don't even speak to each other now because that was a lie. Okay, and then where's the dude who took the video of y'all landing and leaving?
Right. Right. Right.
Okay, where is it?
Yep. No, for real.
He ain't there.
Yep.
And then with more advanced technology, Musk's rocket made it up there and exploded.
Yep.
We know there's no radiation. There's no, and Buzz Aldrin said himself, there's no metal we have on Earth strong enough to withstand the radiation of the Van Allen belt. Okay, now they'll lie to you and show you the stuff out of Fantastic Four. You know, Marvel Comics became the Fantastic Four. You know, they went through that cosmic storm, walked past the Van Allen belt, but it never happened. That's what they want to do.
Right.
But think about it. I mean, that passage of scriptures right there lets you know the magnitude of what that blessing or that birthright meant to Esau even.
Yep.
If he would go to those great lengths, you know, that's the heavens, the foundation of the earth and the sea. Everything that Jacques Cousteau did has been scrubbed from the internet.
Yep.
On his deathbed, he said he saw something. The eyeball of something was bigger than the eye of New York. You know, yeah. That had to be Leviathan.
Yeah.
Or something very close to it. Yeah. You think about it, while the whole pandemic was going on, the government dropped that 40,000-pound bomb off the coast of Florida.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's you know, they thought, and that submarine that went missing, it was ripped perfectly in 3 different sections. So that means either a hand had to come from the top or the bottom to put it in 3 sections, or a clean swipe with both hands, whatever it was,
Right.
that was strong enough to cut that submarine in 3 sections. Clean.
It's something they don't ever talk about, things like that.
No.
That's significant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a 40,000-pound bomb. A whole lot of stuff they was doing during the pandemic. If you wasn't paying attention, you know, it'd go right by you. Like I always bring up, that body of water. You know, that they took. It was an aerial photo of a body of water before the pandemic. It was black as dirt, but during the pandemic, it was clean.
Yep.
That's because those lobster, catfish, crawfish, scallops, you know, squid, all those bottom feeders were doing their job.
Yep.
Then as soon as the pandemic is over, what do you see, Jake?
Right
Seafood crab boy,
Yep. Yep.
putting all those toxins in your body.
Yep.
That's why you can't get right.
Yeah.
Precept.
Go.
This is going back to the connecting that, linking that precept. This is Sirach chapter 1 verses 2 and 3. It says, "Who can number the sand of the sea, and the drops of rain, and the days of eternity?" Now, who does that? Like, you know, Esau, Edom swear they can tell you like how much sand, you know, or they could even tell you like, oh, the Earth is so many billion years
Right,
old,
some
the
bullshit
galaxy.
Yeah, it can be such
Yeah.
a crazy ass astronomical number that you can't do it. We ain't got no tools to research that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 100 billion years.
Or-
Bullshit.
Or like-
how far the sun is away from the earth.
Yeah.
Like Kaya, he brings this out. He's brought it out quite a bit lately, or it's been coming up.
Yeah.
And he says, it says, "Oh, we've only searched out 5% or one couple percent
Right.
of the ocean," and he was like, "Well, you got to know the whole,
Right.
to know what 5% is."
Mother-
Well, that's it. They haven't done it.
You're right. So you got to know the whole in order to know what percentage.
Right.
Yeah.
It says, "Who can find out the height of heaven, and the breadth of the earth, and the deep?" It says, "And the deep and wisdom." So, and you know, Esau, he tries to do all of that, but he can't. You know, it's not given unto him to get that understanding. Yeah.
And we know who can do that. I want to keep it to back you up, just to prove who it is. This is Isaiah chapter 40, starting around verse 12. It says, "Who hath measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and meted out heaven with a span, and comprehended the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales and the hills in a balance. Verse 13. Who have directed the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, or who being his counselor have taught him? Verse 14. With whom took he counsel, and who instructed him, and taught him the path of judgment, and taught him knowledge, and showed him the way of understanding? Nobody. Because 15 chapters later, he says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. As the heavens are high above the earth, so are my thoughts and my ways above yours.
Yeah.
Paraphrase.
Well, and just to, and I know we probably kind of segue a little bit from the point, but just thinking how the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the thing he says, what he tells you, he says all the hairs of your head are numbered.
Yeah.
You know, and then tells you that you're worth more than many sparrows, because they're talking about the elect. But just to be able to number the hair follicles on your hair, right? You can't even do that for yourself.
No.
And the Lord knows that about
you.
each and every one, you know. So of course,
you can see mine.
so of course, all the things in which He created, that it cannot be changed, right? Like it tells in Ecclesiastes, you know, who can make a crooked thing straight? You know, roughly paraphrasing that He is made crooked. You know, so of course He made the heavens, the earth, and they have their number and their measure and certain things, and it cannot be the oracles in which how they move and how they are governed can't change. And if that is the case, Israel will not cease from being His people. They said what it says. Therefore, the sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Yeah.
God.
Yep. We back into
Romans.
Romans.
Yeah.
It's Romans chapter 13, verse 12. It says, the night is far spent and the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off.
The night, you know, because what's the night? Like I said, being in darkness, not knowing what's going on. All right, being not in the know. All right, go ahead.
Okay. And it says, let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
Right. The armor of light was not understanding these scriptures. All right.
Precept.
With the name Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's the armor.
Precept.
All right. Go ahead.
Yep.
I'm on.
This is Isaiah chapter 60, beginning of verse 1. It says, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is risen upon upon thee. Which also, what is that light going into, man? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, this truth. Okay. Verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. And also that darkness, or that gross darkness, is a metaphor for, majority of the world being in a state of ignorance, man. Not knowing what's going on. It says, but the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And who is the Lord's glory being seen upon? His elect men. All right, the teachers, the prophets. All right, the servants of the Lord, man. Okay, because those are the main vessels whom the Lord is using to show forth this light, man. You know?
Yep. And just like he had told, like Peter, he said, he called you out of darkness into this marvelous light.
That's right.
Right? And that darkness is, again, all the evil thoughts, the wicked has pushed out the philosophies, the doctrines, the ways of this world, right? That they're pushing when it comes down to the same man with men agenda.
Yep.
You know, again, like the brothers brought out, eating abominable foods, even how you dress, all of these things has a play on your spirit, right? As a man thinketh, so is he.
God.
Yeah.
It's like you are what you eat. All that stuff plays a part.
Continue.
Yep.
All right. It says, verse 13, Romans 13:13. It says, let.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 13, and it reads, then I saw that wisdom excelleth folly, as far as light excelleth darkness.
Ooh, see? That was not... Oh, go ahead if you want to.
Yeah, like I said, that's straightforward.
Yep.
And like we always say, the wisdom of this world is foolishness. It's foolishness.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's what comes from, you know, that's the foolishness is what produces that folly.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So it says, and like it says, wisdom excelleth folly.
Yep.
You know, you can, you know, all those degrees,
Yep.
you know, all that means nothing.
Nothing.
That means nothing. As a matter of fact, when you get a degree, it's only in one area.
Yep.
This is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures of the
Right.
whole world.
Yeah.
You know, and the people.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, a master's in engineering don't tell you how to live your life.
nope.
You know what I'm saying? But being a master of the law, statutes, and commandments, Yahweh
Yeah.
Shem Shah, that you can live off
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
that's when you know it, you keep it, you live. If
Yep.
you don't know it, you don't keep it, you die.
Yep.
Well, it says, what's that in Matthew 4? It says, Matthew 4, so I had it in mind to quote it.
I got one while you're home.
Go ahead, brother.
Proverbs 13:13. Whoso despised the word shall be destroyed, but
Mhm.
he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Rewarded, yes.
See?
Yep, you gonna say something?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you know, that's self-explanatory. Yeah, so hey, you choose the wisdom, understanding the scriptures. Guess where you gonna live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All right.
you said rewarded with what?
Yeah.
The crown of life.
That's right.
Yep. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High.
See?
Yep. And who are the mouthpieces? The prophets.
Yep.
You know, that's teaching this knowledge, this wisdom.
Yep.
Yeah, right. That's how you're going to be guided unto salvation, is by the men of the Lord.
Yep.
You continue on.
Yeah, I got one more verse.
Okay,
real
kind.
quick. Back to Proverbs 13 and 14. Yeah, they'll continue on the Romans. Proverbs 13 and 14. It says, the law of the wise is a fountain of life, to depart from the snares of death. See, so
Yeah.
when you going after the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah, you departing from death, man.
That's right.
Because Romans 6:23 says what? The wages of sin is what? Death.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So it's self-explanatory, man.
Yep.
The fountain of life. What's a fountain? It's continuous.
Continuous. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that live in
appreciate.
water. You know.
I got precept. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 10. I'm just going to read like down to 12. But you could also read all the way down for, anybody get this understanding can read the whole chapter.
Yeah.
But it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High. It says that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right, so all the trickery, the things that they put out into this world, the only way we'll be able to withstand it and be protected from those wiles is by these scriptures.
Yep.
And it says,
Yeah, that's so
mhm.
so the scriptures helps us. Well, what's the wiles of the devil? Like we give the examples, like eat these abominations that they tell you eat pork this, or you ain't nobody if you ain't eating that Red Lobster, seafood boils, whatever the hell the case may be, endless shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, all these abominations. Like I said, the alphabet mafia. You know what I'm saying? Being part of that. Committing adultery, rather be physically with another man's wife, or what? Going after these other gods and philosophies, man.
Mhm.
All right, this what keeps us out of harm's way is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures.
Yeah, I've looked up guile. It says in the Webster Dictionary, it's a trick or intended to snare, deceive, beguile. It says skill in outwitting, trickery, guile. Right. So of course the scriptures talk about how Yahweh Shai, which is the word, that there was no guile found in his mouth. So we want to seek the truth, and pursue it. We want to stay with the truth, and follow the words of the Heavenly Father, because again, you follow the wiles of the devil, you're going to be tricked. Just thinking of back in, we read the story of Adam and Eve, and what did it says? The serpent, which was a man, was more subtle than all the beasts of the field.
Yep.
And what did he do? He beguiled Eve. He tricked her through that was a wiles, and giving her a doctrine, a philosophy, a way of understanding that was outside of the truth.
Yeah, just,
Right.
Yeah, just like everybody in the world, like he a snake in the grass, man. You gotta watch that guy. That's how it's done, man. That's
Yep.
how it's done.
Well, when you look up the word serpent, you know, and in the dictionary it tells you it's a wicked person.
Yeah.
In other words,
Yeah.
so it gives you that one of those words. Verse 12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So not only you're dealing with the spirits, you know, you also have Satan's counterpart, physical counterpart, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, who is in high places, setting up, you know, secret meetings and ways to trick and ensnare the people.
Yeah.
You know, and he's going to do it to his own. You know, if he does it to his own, with the scripture you always bring out, you know, if he would hurt himself, how much more those that aren't any of his, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
And so yeah, I wanted to stop there. You can continue on because again, he talks about putting on that armor of light, which goes into really the scriptures.
Yeah.
We're back in this Romans. Y'all had anything? You good?
Yeah.
Romans 13, verse 13. It says, "Let us walk honestly in the day, not in rioting."
In the day, like I said, he was that light. All right, walk in the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Right, go ahead.
Not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering or wantonness, not in strife or envying.
Right, those are the attributes that you want to stray away from. All right, you don't out here just partying and BSing and being undisciplined and just doing what you want to do. No, but do everything that you do it. What it said, Proverbs 3:6, acknowledge the Lord in all his ways, and he'll direct thy steps.
Yep.
Probably in the verse 5, but not unto thine own understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Trust in the Lord, and lean not into thy own understanding, and all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Yeah, Proverbs 3 and 5 to 6.
Yep, and he said, "Be not wise in thy own eyes."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Precept.
Go ahead, Amo.
Yeah, this is
Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
That's it.
back in the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, and I'll start at verse 14. It says, "Wherefore he says, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light." You see? And at a point in time, man, hey, we will sleep, man. All right, by not having this the true understanding of the scriptures, by not knowing who we are. All right, by not knowing who the Most High or His Son is. But ultimately, Yahushua, He gave us that light. And now we know and understand the names of the Most High, Yahweh. Excuse me. His Son, Yahushua. All right, we understand who we are. We understand, the laws and the times that we're in, so on and so forth. Right? Verse 15. "See then that you walk circumspectly." And when you break down the word circumspect, circum means around, and spec means to look. So looking around, being mindful of your surroundings, paying attention to the times that we're in.
That's right.
Right? It says, "Not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil." And to redeem means to buy back. And one thing we understand about time is that you can't buy it back. So ultimately, what the scripture is saying is, use your time wisely. It says, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is." You see, and we understand that the will of the Lord is to come back, destroy his wicked kingdom, all right, save his elect. You see, so if you don't want to be caught up on the bad side of the Lord, all right, then hey, man, you got to walk accordingly, man. That's it.
Yep, Romans 13, verse 14. It says, "But put ye on the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, and make not provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof."
Right, so put on the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shah. Hey, guess what? So you got to be rooted in Him. All right, how you do that? By following His word. All right, following the ways of Yahweh Shah. Follow Him, because he's our Savior, right? So you got to follow unto His works. All right, so you follow this to the best of your ability, hey, you're going to be on the right path, man. It says, "Make not provision for the flesh to feel the lust of it." Right, so we ain't going to trim our ways, all right, to seek love of these people, man. All right, we're going to do thus said the Lord, man, even when it's uncomfortable, man. All right, because we're already like the scripture say, I'm on, making something.
Yeah. This is
Yeah, I think so.
Isaiah 59 and 15. It says, Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
Well, see, and that's the position we are. You know, hey, we departed from evil. All right, now we're a prey to these people in the world. All right, we're looked at as losers on this side, I guess, quote unquote, right? You know, because we don't follow the ways of the world. You know, these people speak evil of us, like it talks about First Peter 4. You know, speaking evil of us because we don't join the same excesses right in them, man. All right, because we're not all into the holiday spirit. We ain't all into the turn up vibes, you know.
Yep.
No, man, we're hastening the destruction of all this stuff that you guys love it. You know,
Scriptures tell us falling on a multitude of
do evil. That's right. Yep.
It says, And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
Yep. Right, because there ain't no judgment. There ain't no true judgment going on. Not when the wicked bears rule. No, because you know, because look, for people in this society, if you have a lot of money, you can get away with a lot more shit than a poor person.
Oh,
You know, so hey, that's how you know. Hey, there ain't no true judgments going on. Man. Like I said, they're doing experiments on Jake left and right, and there's more that's gonna come out. You know, before this is all over. All right, and guess what? There's no justice being served here, man. Because what? It ran in wickedness, man.
yep.
Go ahead.
And this is just getting to the law. This is Leviticus 19 and 15. It says, Ye shall do no unrighteousness and judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor.
See, and what happens? The opposite. Here in this bizarre world, ran by the wicked. He saw him a so-called white man. Now he's doing opposite with the Lord. So this is what we should be doing, man. And that's just right there.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. It says, you know, the thing is, it's just no respect of the person. You
Yep.
know, if you a billionaire commit a crime, face the same fate as a person who's homeless
Yeah.
for doing the same crime.
Yeah.
You know, you don't buy your way out and then, you know, indict and convict the homeless person
Right.
only in measures, you know.
Right.
We're supposed to get the same thing.
Yeah, you don't allow them to do all kind of drugs and have all kind of stuff on their computer, and then
Right.
and then you get into a certain power position and you say, I want to pardon them.
For 10 years, 10 years worth of shit.
Yeah.
Well, look at the dude. Not to say that Diddy is innocent, but what was the guy? Was from Abercrombie and French?
Yeah.
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 So,
The
Yeah.
CEO.
yeah, the
Mhm.
CEO.
Yeah.
He posted bail and was out the next day.
Yep. Not like what we quoted earlier, not trouble
As other men, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, we hope that this lesson was edifying, uplifting, exhorting of some sort into the elect body of true believers. Before we end, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem HaKodash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the globe. And to all those listening and learning to you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.